Hi, today I want to talk to you about making a ton of money in mutual funds. And the first thing, if we go to the 2010 Investment Company Fact Book, we can get some very interesting statistics about mutual funds. You can find this on the web. The first thing that we can find here is the total amount of money that is in mutual funds. And according to the Fact Book, at the end of last year, there was a total of $11.1 trillion in mutual funds. The other interesting thing that they told us is that the average expense ratio of a domestic equity fund last year was 0.99%. And according to the Fact Book, approximately 1/3 of all mutual funds were domestic equity funds. The other 2/3 being money market funds, bond funds, etc. So doing some quick math, if we multiply 1/3 times $1.1 trillion times 0.99%, that tells us the total amount of money that mutual fund investors paid mutual fund companies in fees last year. That's $36 billion. Left off 3 zeros. $36 billion. I think it's kind of important to put that in perspective. And to help you put that in perspective, if you took a $100 bill, picture Benjamin Franklin, I'm not going to draw Benjamin Franklin here, and you stack these on top of each other until they reach the height of the Washington Monument, you would need to stack six stacks of $100 bills that were the height of the Washington Monument to equal $1 billion. So, to put this in perspective, to equal the total amount of money that investors paid fund companies last year, $36 billion, you would need about 216 stacks of $100 bills that were the height of the Washington Monument to equal the total fees paid on mutual funds just in domestic equity funds. Now, interesting thing, $1 million weighs about 1.1 tons. So actually, if you can do some quick math here, in $100 bills, this would be about 360 tons of $100 bills. It's a lot of money. Now, let's talk about somebody else. Let's talk about Lou Harvey. And Lou Harvey, he runs a company called Dalbar. And Dalbar calculates a whole lot of statistics about mutual funds. They publish an annual quantitative analysis of investor behavior. And what they're very concerned with is how does Sally do when she invests in mutual funds. They're not so concerned about the fund managers. We know that some of them make $50 million a year or more. And that's why this 360 tons of $100 bills, roughly, that they get paid, makes them so very happy. Well, this is what Lou Harvey found, is that in the last 20 years in domestic equity funds, the average return of Sally and Billy and David and Susie and all the people that buy mutual funds was 3.17%. 3.17% for the investors, 360 tons of $100 bills for the fund companies. So my point in telling you this story is I think it's really probably about time. It's about time maybe for all the Sallys and Davids and Mary Beths and everything, maybe it's about time for them to wake up. And maybe they should smell the coffee, because the fund companies are doing a whole lot better than they are. And maybe one of the best ways for them to wake up and smell the coffee is they can start by reading The Naked Portfolio Manager, because this talks about an excellent alternative to mutual fund investing. I'm Bob Fisher, author of The Naked Portfolio Manager. Thanks for watching.